if you really want people to call you and say, come, I like that thing you do, and you want people to invest in you, switch a bit from rap to Afro, like sing a bit. You already have the audience, and the good thing is, now that you have everybody paying attention to you, it's the best time to start dropping a lot of freestyles, not rap, Afro.
Okay, this is where I disagree with you, Sydney. With all due respect, I understand that you're into the music industry, but that is a wrong advice and a wrong thing to say to a young musician aspiring to be somewhere at some time. It's telling this young man to move to Afrobeat isn't the best advice, because what makes the market dynamic, especially the talent market dynamic, is how different everybody is. Now, advising the young man to drop that very niche he actually created for himself to shine with is actually a very wrong advice from a music producer. There was a day I was actually following the young man's life, and he picked you as a role model. He actually expressed how much he loves you amongst all other celebrities, and only to have the same person he loves so very much dispiriting him and discouraging him from what he believes. Because as long as I am concerned, you didn't give him the right advice. Number one, you didn't give him the right advice as a music executive. It is expected that you scout for talent, raw talent, and harness them, invest in them. You don't expect to follow with the trend. Understand that Afrobeat is a music genre of its own. It's not a prerequisite for everybody to succeed through music. No. And if by what you advised this young man yesterday is how you are actually grooming your boy Cade in the music industry, I must tell you and I must advise you for free upfront that you're not doing the right thing as a music executive. You are not harnessing his talent as a singer. You're rather pushing him to a particular genre rather than allowing him to pick what he wants for himself. You are not going to make it in the music industry as a music executive. Just accept it. Let's not go and argue about it, whether I'm a music executive or not. A lot of young people are actually harnessing the music industry, even looking beyond the Afrobeat. And you are there advising somebody to just follow Afrobeat. Afrobeat is going to stay, but it's not going to last forever. Understand this is a music executive. And another thing I need to draw your attention to is how you defended your boy, Kate, how you controlled the damage, rather than doing the right thing, rather than stating the obvious of what happened. This is very typical of Nigerians. Hurting people, saying the meanest things to people, and at the same time hiding behind that it is cruise to justify it. It makes no sense. Call a spade a spade. What your boy did to the young man was very wrong. It was very obvious. It was a clear show of arrogance. So you trying to sugarcoat it by saying it is cruise is another wrong thing you did. What is the point of sugarcoating it? Call it wrong and it's gone. Even people will like you even more. I can categorically tell you that young man has way better chances to survive in the music industry than many upcoming artists, because I can tell you that he has a very unique style of doing his thing, and he is actually setting the curiosity in people. So if you as a music executive is actually telling other people to focus on one genre, what do I call that? What kind of music executive are you then? We have too many people who have actually excelled through different genre that is not Afrobeat. A lot of them. Now, I'm going to give you the Modo Black as an example. I'm going to give you Charlotte Poppy as an example. I'm going to give the Jericho of the Eastern region as an example. These are boys who are actually changing narrative in the music industry. And you are there advising a young man with a very vibrant, wonderful talent that you rarely see to abandon the gift to pick Afrobeat. Why? All these things is based on how talented you are. You can actually harness a different niche entirely, and it becomes your thing. So telling that young man that Afrobeat is this and Afrobeat is that is not the best advice as far as I can tell. It is totally reasonable and understandable if you say that you don't like the genre of this boy, you don't like the pattern or you don't like hip hop. It's totally understandable. But you telling him to switch to Afrobeat and abandon what he is actually good at is not making any sense in any way. So it took Burna Boy close to 6 years before he started making waves, big waves. Burna Boy have been selling, Burna Boy have been doing great, but then it took him 5-6 years for him to get to the point where he is right now. So whatever you're doing as a human being, music, whatsoever, and you know that what you are doing is loved, genuinely loved by the people, it is who you are, continue in that very path, because sooner or later it's definitely going to pay off. The Afrobeat room you're actually referring to is overcrowded, filled with people, talented people, and before you excel in that very room currently, you must be extraordinarily talented. So why pushing these young boys who are talented in different genres to switch over this? If you really have that music sense and understanding of how music works, why trying to change this young man?
Why my time never come? A beat is not my turn. Blessings are coming for the way, but I may never see none. Is this still coming? I beat the farm. But guess what? I still believe that one day, depending on relief, great things I go achieve. I could be my chest for say that you made this to jam me the blade. I mean, I want to wait.